Welcome to Be For Real, where we keep it sweet like honey.
As real as it gets, I'm Ebony.
I'm Ryan.
And today we have a special guest, Tyler. Today we're going to talk about assistive technology and what it means to all of us. How is everybody feeling about today's episode?
I like technology. I think it's interesting, but yeah, so...
Tyler?
I've always had a passion for assistive technology, so I love it.
I mean, I love technology. That's all I really can say. Okay, we're going to start with the first question, which is, what is assistive technology to you, and could you give us 2 examples?
Assistive technology is anything that helps those with disabilities navigate their daily lives. It is often confused with those technologies that a lot of people say, oh, any technology can be assistive. No, it can't, because it's not helping somebody perform a daily life task. Yes, your phone to a sighted person can help you perform your daily tasks, but an assistive technology device specifically is something that helps a person with a disability who wouldn't be able to complete a task or function in life otherwise. And 2 examples are what I'm wearing, which are the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses, and then the Monarch Braille display, which is a 20-line Braille display, or 10-line Braille display with a 32 cells on each line, adding up to 3,200 Braille cells.
Okay.
Okay.
What does assistive technology mean to you?
To me, assistive technology is anything that helps those with disabilities. It's not just technology. So anything that is designed specifically for those with disabilities. When we talk just technology, that's anything that can help anybody. Assistive technology, or AT for short, you'll hear me refer to it as AT quite a bit, is anything that helps those with disabilities who would not be able to complete things otherwise.
Okay. What do you think the most important thing for someone to know about assistive technology?
The most important thing for someone to know about assistive technology, well, that's different. So if you're sighted, we'll use that term for this purpose. If you're sighted, the most important thing for someone to know about assistive technology is don't get in the way of those who are using assistive technology. You need to appreciate it. You need to be aware of it. You need to know what it does for somebody else. I don't ever want to see anybody making fun of someone for using an AT device, because that is just wrong. And then those who have disabilities, you want to be able to know what resources are available to you, what kind of AT you can get for yourself, for others. You want to know how you can support yourself or how you can support others.
Okay.
Do you think making people that are not a part of the disabled community aware of assistive technology important?
I think that is 100% important, because like I touched on in the last question, a lot of people say, oh, assistive technology is just something that helps any normal person with anything. And I use the word normal very loosely, because there is no such thing as normal. But it is what helps any person with anything, that's what the common like sighted person would say. That's not true. You want to be able to have things that help you, like I said, but assistive technology that we need to make non-disabled community members aware of is the technology that helps those who are disabled. I gave a presentation one time at the Capitol building for assistive technology, and we had the presenter after me was presenting on like AI and small things like that, and how any technology is assistive technology, and before that there were two other disabled presenters, and this woman wasn't even disabled. She was representing, I don't even remember who at this point, but she was representing some organization, and she was saying how everything is assistive, and nobody there was like pleased with her presentation because she clearly wasn't aware of assistive technology, and she's speaking in front of Congress and all these disabled people in this room. So it was really not a good look on her part because she was very unaware and very uneducated when it came to assistive technology, and she thought that like we were talking about AI, and at the time AI was very like AI was around, but like it was just after like ChatGPT launched. It was very inaccurate, and she thought, oh well, any technology is assistive. Any assistive technology is going to help any person, but that's just not true, and that really bugged me.
I understand how that would bug you because everything is not assistive. What was a moment that you was proud of to teach somebody about assistive technology?
A moment that I was proud of to teach somebody about assistive technology, there were a few of them. There's two of them that I'm going to mention. One is when I gave the speeches at the Capitol and the White House about advocating and raising more awareness for assistive technology. And the second one is there is a feature on the iPhone called Braille Screen Input, and I have now taught that to two different kids at our school, and we have it has helped those students grow significantly with typing, because when you're a voiceover user and you type on the iPhone, you're swiping left and right between letters. If you use Braille Screen Input, it's much faster typing because you're typing in Braille and it outputs it to print. So you're typing much, much, much faster than you would with just standard voiceover typing. So being able to teach that was fantastic.
Oh, I was there when you taught those two.
Yeah.
About that.
When did you first become interested in assistive technology, and what prompted that interest?
I first became interested in assistive technology a long time ago. I've always had an interest in technology since I was a little kid. And that was because I used to sit down and like watch these YouTube videos about Apple products initially, and like study them day in and day out, because because all the kids my age at the time were playing video games and doing all this stuff. And at the time, there were no accessible games that were made publicly available. So I would always mess around with iPhone, iPad. I still have my original iPad from 2010 because there's one game on there that was a prototype of one of the first accessible games, and it didn't have they made a new version of it for the newer devices, but it doesn't work as well, which is actually kind of funny. But I've always had an interest in it. I've always studied it, and what prompted that interest was everybody else was like playing video games, and at the time I was at a non-disabled school, so it was a public school, so nobody was really able to have a relation to me whatsoever. So I just found the uses of technology really interesting and different products. And then later I found out more about Apple and what their initiatives were. And then I got introduced to Humanware and the Braille displays. And then I got introduced to PCs, computers, that kind of stuff, and have since then studied it. I've tried to keep up with the latest and greatest. I don't get the latest devices every year, obviously, because that would be a lot of money, but every couple years I try to keep everything up to date, so not only can I learn about it for myself, but I can learn how to support other people.
Okay. Who inspired you to go into the assistive technology field?
Who inspired me? A lot of self-teaching, but also some folks here at MSB have really hit off that passion, like Miss Gina, Mr. Ben. But also I participated in a summer internship with coding with HTML, which is a website programming language. And I learned how to make accessible websites. And once you learn HTML code, you can go into the source code of a website and see how it is inaccessible with buttons not being labeled and essential elements not being labeled. And that kind of stuff is just really, really ignorant, and is the best way I can put it, because nobody clearly has knowledge of, hey, this stuff needs to be accessible. So I've wanted to make a change for that for a while. I've wanted to make websites more accessible than they are now, help companies who don't have accessibility in mind. And now I'm a part of an organization called AT Champions through the Maryland TAP, the Technology Access Program. That is a state organization that helps out with advocating and making social media posts about assistive technology. We literally are tasked with making Instagram reels or other related shorts about assistive technology, and it's one per month. And we meet twice a month, but it's a fantastic group. And they only selected 2 out of the state of Maryland to be able to participate. So I'm very blessed to have that opportunity.
Okay.
How do you think coming to MSB could benefit someone who wants to learn more about assistive technology?
Well, coming to MSB could benefit somebody because you have a bunch more resources at your disposal. For a while, if you go to a public school, you'll find out that the tech resources are very limited. Throughout elementary school, I had a Braille Note Apex, for anybody who remembers that, all the nerds who remember that. And then I had on the side, I had a really tiny laptop and an iPad, but those kind of things were just not doing well for me. It had a very outdated version of JAWS, just not good. Middle school, I got introduced to the Braille Note Touch Plus. That was also, it still runs very slow, and I had it through all my time in public school. I still have it, but I don't use it ever because I have better devices now. And now with being at MSB, I've gotten introduced to better laptops, better Braille displays. I have the Mantis now. Love it. Couldn't be happier. The public school that I was at had very limited resources when it came to that kind of stuff. So during COVID, when we were all online, I was only using the Braille Note because I didn't have my laptop. It was somewhere. I don't even remember at this point. But I had only the Braille Note and my iPhone for live classes. that didn't work very well. Everybody else had computers, so I had to buy my own computer and teach myself NVDA overnight because I didn't know how to use it. And JAWS is thousands and thousands of dollars. So coming here, especially at an earlier age, would help those who are willing or who are wanting to get into that field because you have tons of resources. I mean, we have 2 great tech instructors. We have O&M instructors who are passionate about AT. We have, people like myself who are passionate about AT. So lots of amazing people as resources.
Okay. What communities do you think could really benefit from learning more about assistive technology?
The communities that I think could benefit the most are obviously the blind community. I think those who are disabled in general could, but the blind community especially. And then I'm going to say another community as well, the community of those with CP. And I give that because those who have CP, there's lots of resources available. And I'm still learning about that, about the resources for mobility, because to help better support those who have mobility disabilities. So those 2 communities would benefit the best from learning and exploring what resources are available to them.
What has been your most frustrating experience working with assistive tech?
I'm going to be very direct with this answer, and I know it's kind of funny, but it's going to be very direct. Those who aren't willing to learn. So you have those, like when you try to teach assistive technology to those who ask you, like, hey, I'm interested in learning about this or whatever. But then when you actually sit down to show a person something, it can be, oh, I don't want to learn it anymore, or why can't we do it this way, or this is my way, I'm uncomfortable with this. So it's just like some people don't want to learn about it. Some people want to stick to their own ways. I knew somebody for a while who only wanted to use one software to do their learning. And for a long time, we were on a mission to break that habit of just using one software, because if softwares break or they become non-existent after your transition, you want to have more opportunity, you want to have a backup plan, you want to be able to know what's out there, what's more capable than your usual, or than the program you're familiar with. And yeah, it could be a learning step, but those who are willing to learn, it's much easier to help them and support them when they're actually willing to take the steps and learn how to do that kind of stuff.
And so now we're going to play a game, which is Never Have I Ever. Does everybody know how to play?
Yes.
Tyler, do you know how to play?
I think so. I might need a refresher, but I think so.
Mariah, you might.
So basically what you do is, one of us will ask a question, and you just say if you did, like, that specific, like, one of us will ask, like, have you ever ran into a glass door? Think it's open?
And you
just say yes or no.
Yes.
I have or no. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Mariah, you should go first.
Anyway, I don't know. Never have I ever ate something and I didn't know it was bad, and I still ate, and I knew it was bad, but I still ate it.
Like rotten or like
Like
bad?
you ate something, but like you didn't know it was bad, and you accidentally ate it.
Oh yes, I've done
yes,
that. I've done that. Actually, I've drank something that way, and I did it with it was milk.
Oh, I ate orange. When I opened it,
That was horrible.
I ate orange at lunch. It was the first day of school, I think, and like it was
I took a bite of it. You know, you like unpeel the orange and then you like take the orange apart and then like you like get the slices of the orange and like I ate one slice and I didn't look at it until Miss Erin told me to look at it and then I looked at it and it was black.
Whoops.
I was gonna say no. I just was gonna let her keep eating.
That's not very nice. Anyway, Tyler, you should go now. We can skip her because she think.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Anyway,
if you
Tyler,
eat
go.
Tyler, so.
Right, because it's in order. Have you ever? Ooh, I'm trying to think of it. Oh, have you ever smacked your hand on a metal pole?
Yes, I did that yesterday.
Ugh, that is like the worst.
I ran into
Yes,
poles.
I've done that.
I haven't
Oh, we
smacked
could
my
tell.
hand. I haven't smacked my hand on the pole though.
Yeah, I have done that. I'm very clumsy. Okay, I guess it's my turn. Let me see. Now have I ever accidentally fell up the stairs?
I have.
I almost have. I almost have.
Especially these school stairs. I'd be falling up in.
Well, the good part about it is you can't really the stairs. If you fall up the stairs, you're not going very far.
Yeah, true. When you fall down.
If you fall down, gravity's taking you all the way.
Yeah.
The other day when me and Mr. Ben went to Morgan, I almost went down all the stairs. I had to catch myself with my left hand, and I did. But it was a little crazy.
Never have I ever blamed never have I ever blamed someone for something and like they didn't do it, but like I just blamed them for it, so they would take the fall for it.
I've never done that.
Have you done that?
I have done that.
That's a little.
I have done that too.
No, because in my situation, like me and my cousin were playing, and my mom has like this, you know, an oil lamp thing.
Yeah.
So we were playing with a ball in the house, and she told us multiple times how to play with the ball in the house, and we didn't want to listen to her. So I threw the ball, and I accidentally knocked over the lamp thing on the floor.
Ooh.
It had wax in it, and so she came running, and she was like, "What was that?" And I blamed it on him and told her that he did.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you still get in trouble?
No.
That's even worse.
He didn't get in trouble either. She was like, I just told y'all not to stop. I just told y'all to stop playing with the ball in the house, and we had to clean up wax though off the floor, and I was hard. So that was my punishment. My punishment and my karma for lying on him, and his punishment and karma for I guess
playing
along.
I did it, but I don't know what I did it for. I did it when I was little. I know that. I told my parents my brother did something. Oh, it was when we jumped off of our bed to our nightstand.
Oh, dude.
And our TV was on there.
Oh.
And I actually knocked over the TV, but I blamed it on my brother. So.
When I was younger, we used to take all our beds were in between the dressers, so we used to take me and my twin brother used to take all the clothes out of the dresser drawer.
Oh.
For some reason, that reminded me of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Tyler, you can go.
I'm thinking. Oh. Have you ever meant to throw something in one direction, but you weren't looking and it went the complete opposite way and hit somebody?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Me and my brother were playing football outside, and I threw the ball, and I told him to I told him to stand in a specific spot so I can throw it to him. When I threw it, it went in a whole different direction. He yelled at me and he got mad.
I've done that.
I didn't like it.
It was horrible. So we were down by the water, and I had a blast throwing these rocks, and I was maybe only 7, but I had thrown one of these big rocks, and we're talking a huge sized rock, it was not small, and I missed, and went slightly off, and it hit my mom square in the forehead, and I felt horrible.
Oh dear.
Oh God. I actually did it at the time I did it was at school when we was playing goal ball,
Oh.
and they told me, Miss Laura told me to roll it towards roll it, but I didn't know where they was, so I rolled it, and I didn't know somebody was in front of me on the floor, and I hit them straight in the face with the goal ball.
Oh, ooh, and those are
And then they will
hard
start
too.
crying, and they was kind of blaming me, but I was like, I couldn't see. I didn't know you was in front of me.
Those are hard too.
So, okay.
Kind of hurt.
Well, let's go back to the questions. Is everyone ready to have a question?
Yeah. No, it's Tyler ready. I'm listening. So
Yep.
it's my turn to ask a question.
My bad. How can people support assistive technology?
How can people support assistive technology? Honestly, well, are we talking about like others with disabilities, or like how can sighted people support those
Like
with assistive
in general,
technology?
like both.
Sighted people, like if you see somebody using an AT device, like don't walk up to them and be like, "What is that for? Why do you need this?" Don't like ask a gazillion, questions about their device, and be accommodating. Like that's what people need. And for somebody to just say, "Oh well, I can't accommodate that because it's different." Like I've seen that happen before, and I've seen people like not be let into places because of their assistive technology. And honestly, like that's how we can support it. If you let people, into your your places and give them the accommodations they need, that that helps, because that's the kind of stuff that people need. It's not like they want to have it, they can't live without it.
What are your favorite pieces of technology to use?
Ooh, my favorite pieces of technology, well, I love anything Apple products. I have a ton of Apple products that I use every day. I have an iPhone, iPad, I have my Apple Watch, I have my Mac.
Or you might as well just, get
You
some
buy the whole
AirPods and buy the whole
store.
store.
I do have AirPods, and I have
Well, you got the whole store then.
I pretty much have the whole store except for the HomePod.
You have the Apple Vision Pro.
I don't, no, because it's not accessible. They haven't made it accessible yet. But I'm waiting for them to introduce smart glasses, because I have the Meta glasses right now. But when they introduce smart glasses, I'll be getting those too. But
You might as well just
have
buy
to.
it in the store.
I'm a fan of their company because they were born accessible. And then I'm a content creator, so my other favorite piece of technology to use is I just got a new microphone recently, the Shure MV6. That is a much nicer microphone than what I previously had. I previously had the Yeti condensers, but now I have the Shure MV6. It's a dynamic microphone. I love it.
I don't know what I mean.
I don't know what you
So
just
I'm gonna let
said.
you rock out and have that.
Did you finish, Tyler?
hmm
Okay. What was the weirdest piece of assistive technology you used?
Ooh, the weirdest piece of assistive technology. Do you want in a good way or a bad way? Because I've had
I mean, you can do both.
I've had a number of
You can do
interesting experiences. So, in a good way, the Braille Note Touch Plus. If I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it was the Braille display that I still have it, but Humanware manufactured it. It has a tablet screen underneath the keyboard, so you lift it up and it's like a tablet. But it also has the Braille cells. That is the weirdest piece of assistive technology, and it's only reliable like half the time you use it. In a bad way, this is a software, but this still counts, called Kurzweil. That is the weirdest and make no sense software I've ever used. I sat down maybe in front of it for 5 minutes, and I'm like, nope, I can't use this. It makes no sense. Apparently, some people think it reads websites and is a substitute for a screen reader. It's not. Don't let anybody ever try to get you to use Kurzweil if you're a screen reader user, because you can't even use Kurzweil without your screen reader, which is like the weirdest thing. So it just adds an extra step. And what it really is a file upload scanning software where you upload files and it reads it out in text to speech, which just makes no sense. I mean, I can see how it can be used for some people, but NVDA does that. So.
Oh, okay. How would you support accessive technology in your future?
How would I support it? Well, I would, and this is kind of what I want to do for a career. I would help companies who don't necessarily have accessibility in mind design new technology tools or make things accessible. If a new product is launching, look at the interface software and make the software more accessible. Like one of my favorite things to do, I think I mentioned this earlier in the episode, but go into like websites that are coded with HTML, and if you do Control U on a website, you can look at the source code and how it's exactly programmed, and it will show you like what's wrong with it. Like I can immediately analyze what the accessibility errors are, and that is one of my favorite things to do now that I know how to do it. So that's kind of it for me.
Oh, okay. That's really it. Do you have any questions for us?
For you guys, I don't think so. I appreciate you having me on the episode. I really do.
You're welcome. Okay, that's it for today's episode.
Remember, here at Be For Real, we keep it real, raw, and sweet like honey.